Okay, so we have our crossbow now, and we have our amount of bolts that we want. 6, 5, 1, 3. We now need to just simply, one, take out enemies with our crossbow, which means we will have to dismount from our horse until we reach the category that we desire, which is right here. Crossbows, fast reload, hasty reload, crossbow cavalry. Can reload any crossbow on horseback. That's a bit of a weird one, but I suppose, you know, that's playing hunter. I guess you're hunting game while you're moving with your troops, foraging. Now that'll actually be really good when we start recruiting a bunch of crossbow troops, which we are Vlandian and we like our Vlandian purity. When we can have it, that'll get us sharpshooters quicker. Huh, volley commander, but there is no volley command in the game. The closest you can do is tell them to hold fire and then fire again. Ooh, every time an enemy is killed by one of your bolts, reduce the enemy's morale by 1. We could win the battle before they get to our lines. That's what I'm talking about. Now if we can simply pursue them long enough. There we go. Now, at the start of this fight, I'm going to get off my horse, and I will proceed to shoot with my crossbow. I already have some attribute points invested in crossbows, because I was planning to use it from the very start of the campaign. I was planning to use it very liberally. I started to invest less points in it as the campaign went on, as I realized I wasn't going to be able to get a crossbow. Okay, wow, this is grim.
Archers! Forward! Soldiers!
Cavalry out the side.
Move!
Where's our enemy? Off the horse. Wow, even zoomed in, it's not very good. Right. I just have to aim. Huh. Okay, yeah. So it's... Okay, I understand now. We didn't land a hit, and that's fine. We're learning. New weapon. Plus we're reloading very slowly. Because we have very little skill with the crossbow. Keeping in mind, we cannot reload the crossbow on our horse. We do now have a proper horse with barding and everything. We also have a proper set of mail. Excuse me, I must get a drink so that I can breathe a little easier here. I do not have corona, but I do have a cough. We'll actually take our entire army and pull them back. They can assist us should we need it, but we should hunt these farm-raised cattle as best we can. Okay. Now to get back on my horse. I actually think I have a shot. No, I don't. I am taking vastly reduced damage from those rocks now. Nice, 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 nice. Just a little test of their damage. Let the recruits have their cavalry run them down. I was gonna say let the infantry have their rabble because they need experience. Yeah, we have quite a bit of Vlandian recruits. Zero escaped. We don't have room for that many looters. Bandits that have gotten too big. And it looks like they're being assisted by the forest bandits? Yes. Which makes their total force 48.
Footman!
We are on a water incline here. I don't like it.
Soldier from me!
This does feel much better. We're still unrealistic, but we're taking much less damage now.
Bowman! Forward! Infantry! Soldier! Footman! Move! Forward! Infantry! Spread out! Footman! Onward! Move! Forward! Get moving! Onward!
That's just their archers. Their mounted archers were fine.
Archers! Move! Infantry! Arrow! Spread the field! Bowmen! Onward! Soldier! Get moving! Onward! Form a circle! Infantry!
Looked like we lost some Vlandian recruits in that. Yeah. And some Vlandian footmen. The remaining Vlandians should get some decent XP from that scrap, though. Hardened crossbowmen. Now to get more Vlandian recruits so that we can send more of them through the wood chipper. Whatever survives will be grand. Whatever doesn't survive, my pity to their families. And we have marked these areas because they're very good for recruiting on just a base area. A base location. Those looters actually do well to give us XP. Make sure we don't get the militia from the farm there. Well, village. Village is actually accurate. And we are commanding actual forces with brigands, so we should be getting points in roguery.
Footmen!
Charge.
Archers! Hold! Yeah! Footmen! Move! Forward! Circle formation!
Oh, shit. Archers. Volley.
Release arrows!
My apologies, horse. Wow, it seems difficult to actually let up on that without releasing the bolt. There we go. Vlandian swordsman. Vlandian recruit, just a lot wounded. No, I do not wish to do that. There used to be a way to just safely train your men. That was having the training perk and leveling it up and having it vary between your men so that they could train all sorts of troops and they would get a bunch of XP to your men. Now it just seems that it has to be all done in combat, and that's all. What is a barracks, you know? What is a barracks? No, we don't train Marines or nothing. We just every troop is just thrown out into the field inexperienced and dies. Lives or dies on its own merits. Being sarcastic is all hell. There is also the bias that I'm a little salty about it because I used to use that tactic. I would train large portions of peasants into grand forces for the military. In-game, anyway. Hideouts used to be a large source of income that would require you to have a small elite force to take out 15 or so men. Now it's just like you get assaulted by an entire army because you, even though I'm trying to pick off one party at a time, using a non-existent aggro mechanic in this game. I should take some of these prisoners to bear. Six. What's on my mind? Can I actually turn them in? No, I can't. Okay. What was that? Tier 4, Tier 5. Can't do that to Tier 5s. Tier 4, Tier 4, Tier 4. Tier 5. You can recruit Tier 4s, or you cannot recruit Tier 5 and up. They're simply too battle hardened, you know? Where's the torture skill? I have to remember that you can recruit from cities as well. Doesn't seem to be much of a way to train your men outside of just chasing down looters. No caravans that aren't landing. We do need a surgeon of sorts, but we need to find one that's okay with war and our habits. The habits of conflict and having to burn down villages to make a name for yourself. Rescue she associates? We'll try it. Not thrilled. I've never seen this quest before. Or the nature of this quest before. We'll try it. We haven't also investigated caravans at all. Yeah, a large sack of silver, my ass. 1,000 dinars. Let's see. Scout's hideout has been marked on your map. Yeah, no, that's not a bounty hunter's hideout, my dear. That is a sea raider's hideout. And this time we're not fucking up. We're gonna load if this doesn't work out. Yeah, and I have to go in full plate armor and hope I don't die. The men I have are relatively okay. Problem is every enemy map is dangerous. Question, did that raise the entire camp's alarm? Yes, it did. That also hurt. So, let me get this straight. That raised the entire camp's alarm, as opposed to letting one of them hear me, or that small pack that I just called hear me. It also leads me to fight their entire force with only a few men, which kind of draws to the question, why the hell I'm fighting them with a small number of men? There's no stealth function in this game. So it draws to the question, why does this act like it's going to be a stealth mission? Like it's going to provoke some espionage, or if you're really good at roguery, it's going to be the perfect mission for you. You'll slit a few throats, you know, like a cutthroat, like Braun from Game of Thrones. Instead, it's just kind of stupid. There is a crouch button, and that's exactly what I'm going to try right now. So I am going to try crouching and approaching slowly. Because it just seems like you alert the entirety every time you do it. And this is kind of the problem that people are having with hideouts. This isn't how hideouts were in Warband either. In Warband, you used to be able to slowly aggro. I mean, this was the same layout. It was the same layout as a Sea Raider hideout. This is the exact same layout of a Sea Raider hideout. But this, you used to be able to aggro them a group at a time instead of, I guess what they're trying to simulate is you attacking them and them raising the alarm to the entire camp. But then I would ask you, how do you attack without raising the alarm to the entire camp? Or, how do they plan, if you're meant to aggro the entire bunch, how do they plan for you to be able to take that many troops with your small band? Because there is a crouch, and it seems to be set to toggle. So here, let me be all sneaky. I will be the sneaky person. Okay, the enemy's walking the other way around. And I've aggroed. I've aggroed one group of troops. And here comes the entire village. That appeared to only be... I don't get why I got teleported up here. But yeah, we aggroed a small number of them. There's even more over there. It's an incredibly strange mechanic. I don't understand. Yes! As he says. Yes! From what I can tell, none of my men died there as well. Sometimes I've had where I've lost a good, like, a quarter of my army, and... well, I've lost all the troops that I took with me, and it was annoying. Because the feature already has a bunch of criticism surrounding it. Okay. Men, accompany me. Because I don't understand how the hell this hideout mechanic's supposed to work, because the way it worked in Warband is you were supposed to slowly aggro every little bunch of these fuckers, because you're up against a much larger force, but you take your small elite force and you take them out in groups. But if you shoot that guy, somehow it alerts that guy and everybody along the way. That doesn't make any sense. If I shoot this guy with a crossbow, it alerts that guy, and 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 everybody that's there's like 15 guys in that cave right there. And all of them get alerted. I tried crouching and approaching these guys. No, that doesn't work because we did actually alert a smaller group, but it's still ridiculous because look at that top bar right there. My forces, their forces. Okay, we alerted a small number. Now, men, attack. Do it. Okay, we're taking a small number of them. Okay, nearly lost all my men so far. These are tier 5 troops. Pretty high tier troops.
And you got 2?
Yeah, I'm down to 2 now. I started out with 7. Okay, we still gotta kill like 75 of these Sea Raiders. Okay, now we're down to 1. One guy. Do they have a shield? Please.
Is he running off?
Because I told him to charge. Give me this. And I'll take an axe. Because I need a shield and an axe. Okay. Hold here. This is where we make our stand. Okay, now it's all on me. Yep, there it is. Down. But there was still all of these men. All of these men. Like, we took out basically a little more than the number we brought. But it makes no sense because... Oh, God. I don't know, man. That's just brutal. And from what I say beforehand, just so we can test that a bunch. But I don't know. Everybody's complaining about it, which, you know, everybody complained about the recoil in Halo Reach beta, for example, and that I still don't agree with them reducing the recoil because it seemed to just require a lot of skill to handle the recoil, and I thought that was cool. But I'm not going to be doing hideouts until then. I don't know how they should take that criticism. Because no one has been able to do a hideout. No. I have not seen someone be able to take a hideout. Yet, it's supposed to be able to be accomplished. With the amount of hideouts I am spotting, I should freaking have my scouting leveled up all the way. Should have saved before this fight, but we should be fine. We're in no danger of losing, I just don't want to lose a lot of Vlandian recruits. It's difficult because their axes are...
Infantry! Shield wall! Archers! Shields forward! Stand apart! Loose formation!
Archers, obey me.
Forward!
Thank you.
Soldiers! Onwards! Forward! Move! Get moving! Move! Move! Forward! Get moving! Forward!
Use them to distract them, I suppose.
Forward!
I wish I could get a tactical view, like the overhead of the
Move!
overview of the map, but I can't.
Instead! Footman! Forward! Move! Forward!
There. An entire battle without a single loss. That was versus 11 of theirs, I believe. $25 of theirs, it looks like. Who leveled up? 2 level ups, Vlandian Hardened Crossbowman, and a Vlandian Champion. Probably because they're the ones that got the kills. Although it's weird because the looters seem to level up quite well. I guess because when someone's a blank slate, it's fairly easy to get them to into proper fighting shape. Despite that being represented by a horse, it was 6 infantry. I don't know why they don't allow you to save during the dialogue options. I assume because they want you to not be able to do what I'm doing where I save and then I do a thing. I don't know, because that makes sense to save before you carry out an action. To make sure it's the right action or that it's an action you actually do want to carry out, because this game's a little unclear sometimes with what the result of your actions may be.
Archers! Stop shooting! Loose! Arrows!
The auto-resolve XP distribution is so strange. See, now normally if I play out the simulation, we will lose, and I send out the infantry, or if I send them to charge, we will lose some of these infantry, simply due to the looters swinging blunt weapons at mail, which blunt weapons go through armor. On the downside of this, a lot of the armor, I mean a lot of the blunt weapons don't have as much range as the bladed weapons. For balance sake, I assume. I swear it wouldn't be one of my streams if you didn't see a naked man in this game occasionally. And since we need our time for our men to recover, I suppose I will be smithing for a time. They should put up a search function here too as well. Because I'm looking for hardwood, and I just want hardwood here. I also want charcoal, if they have it. She's still higher level than me, and fucking, I don't get how. She's just... Did I buy her at a higher level? Or is it the fact that she's always on the front lines and just is always fighting? She goes down in every fight, I know that. But she's just... I assume, you know, grinding your face up against the wall is better than not having the wall to grind your face against. I assume there's a max amount of rest you can acquire, or at least what they call trade or smithing recovery. To speed this up, I'm only going to smelt the things that give us a lot of materials. That... Yeah, that's iron. as opposed to wrought iron. Okay, let's move on then. Trade. Sell it. Essentially, we're trying to build an army that will be of great veterancy and not require the numbers to beat an opponent. The numbers advantage. The strangest level up and the strangest knockouts. See, and now before a battle, we could simply, like, before a battle, we could just call in all these men before they have a chance to leave the army, you know, because we're overflowing with numbers instead of what the proper number of troops we should have. If we're right next to a person, we know we're going to go into a battle, we could recruit all these prisoners, have 150 men, you know, that's sort of, like, that's an optimistic number, but have 150 instead of 103, and fight and give ourselves the best chance of getting out of there. That makes a lot more sense in terms of knockouts, and a Vlandian swordsman got a level, despite only getting 1 kill. Problem is in order to raid this territory, we have to go to the ass end of the world, and they're kind of becoming extinct just because they were getting raided constantly by me. We might be able to lend our sword to, send troops. Yeah, send troops. We might be able to lend our sword to the Sturgians and have them be happy to take us, especially in 1.08 they have changed it so that mercenaries factions that are in need of more military power will pay more for mercenaries per influence, which is basically what mercenaries get paid, and every time you win as a mercenary you get paid an influence. You get influence, which then is converted to cash. I don't know how I would really call Agna back to me, but I'm glad she's doing stuff. I assume the clan is also gaining additional party commitment. I assume she's gaining renown for us as well. So did you get captured and then... Yeah, so your party got disbanded basically because you got captured and fucking butchered, I assume. We are going to take on one of these factions. The Closet would be the hardest due to their large cavalry number, I would assume. They do seem to be getting pushed further and further back because I remember they had this day, and they basically pieced out at the worst time. They pieced out with the faction because they were losing, but they pieced out when it was horrible for them. At a time that it's like, well, you're kind of screwed. .4, 3.6. God damn, they're fast. What is our speed like? Herd, prisoners. We still wouldn't be able to catch them. The forest is a big penalty. That 20% reduction, or I think it was a 20% reduction for being Battanian. We're Vlandian, so we have more XP from fights. I'm Vlandian not for the bonus, but because Rodok's faction loyalty. That is the question. It's like, can we approach them to get... I want to approach them to essentially offer my services as a mercenary, but they're very pissed at me. I basically want to tell them that it's like, hey, no hard feelings, it was professional, and I got left on the wrong end of a war. But this game isn't that in-depth, but this game could be that in-depth if it had more time. It is kind of disappointing that they've been working on it for this long, and that's all they got. They essentially made it a up-graphicsed version of Mount & Blade without the, as far as I've seen, hyper-moddable capability. So far, the mods that I've seen have just reduced the amount of waiting in the game. Because, yeah, as much as you want to be a simulator, people really don't like when you take it that hard. The only, like, I saw a balance patch, and the only balance changes that it did was get rid of the smithing wait time, and get rid of the... and reduce the XP gain by 75%. Or increase the XP gain by 75%, so you could just essentially get into the real meat and potatoes of the game quicker. Which is fucking hilarious. Yeah, we're gonna slowly make our way over there. We'll see if we can barter with them. Last time I checked, they hate us so much that they will accept nothing than my complete and utter surrender of my goods for... I have to basically surrender all my troops, surrender all my goods, all my men, all my money, and then they'll leave me alone, which... I'm not that much of a bitch, I'm sorry. as we saw, I outmaneuvered their 600 men through their own lands, and that's it. Like, you can't fucking demand my complete and utter surrender if I can outmaneuver your army every step of the way. You can tell there's a lot of looters in this region just because they don't have people mopping it up like they do in Vlandia. They haven't had enough peacetime to be able to level. To be able to just clear out looters. We're gonna go see if we can make peace with them. Because as a mercenary, I don't want to wipe out a faction from the board. I'd rather be able to push back and help this faction come back to life, only to then switch to another faction and push that faction back and push the tides of war in my favor every time, in terms of my profit. Okay, since we're so close, this is where we'll save. That way we don't have to make the trip all the way back as soon as we make our way out. Two to five. 2 to 4. 2 to 4. 3 to 8. Why though? Like recently, all I've done is re-enter this land. Oh, maybe something Long Knife has done? Careful there, Sturgy boy. I don't want to fight with you. I'm looking to make peace so that way I can work with you as mercenaries. Let's all be friends here, Sturgy boy. Let's try to make negotiations right now. Yeah. We don't have to come to blows. Alright. I can't really open up diplomacy. And yeah, he wants 14k in order to make peace. Weird, I can't offer even then? But that's what would make it even. So is it simply not possible? What? Oh, I was gonna say. And surrender just gets your entire army disbanded. And you get taken prisoner, like, there's no point. Yeah, see, there's just no point. It's stupid. There's nothing to benefit from it. Hey, I would get points in roguery for escaping from his band, but I also would lose all my troops and have to slowly navigate my way out of a war-torn land that hates me. What if I make peace? Because that was for us to go one way and for him to go the other. What if I try to make peace? Because it seemed like he wouldn't even take the offer. Our realm should make peace. That's far more reasonable. That's 974 dinars. Can I get less out of you? 974 is the lowest you will take? Wow, that's... The auto deal is the only thing you can do, basically. It's so dumb. You can't negotiate. You could throw some stuff in here that equals that value, but you can't haggle. But yeah, I'll take that. Points in charm is now 37 and 40. So I can get points in charm by pissing people off and then negotiating peace. Yeah, no, but I kind of like that I could gain charm that way. Because I just gained quite a bit in charm out of that. Which, yeah, I'd rather get the renown. Yeah, 20% from round from battles. Issues resolved. That's quests. There's no point. That's one renown for a lot of effort. So yeah, now let's join up as mercenaries for this faction. What does he want? What's his task? Huh, he actually looks butchered. Okay. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna load. I actually want to know. Yeah, I just completed that. Yeah, I know. But I want to know what the end of the story was. Because I've been actually following that conflict instead of, not paying attention to it. I want to know what the final result of it was. Because from what I could tell, the Vlandians and the Empire were on the same side. The Battanians... Well, no. The Vlandians and the Battanians were on the same side. Then the Quasit and then the Quasit and the Empire, like the Empire, which was whole at that time, hired the Quasit for a lot of money, and the Battanian leader disappeared mysteriously, and they were taken over, and someone else took over to lead, which led them to a great victory. But the Empire and the Quasit still won the overall battle. But the Battanians still see it as like a moral victory, and the Vlandians see it as a fuck up, essentially. Let us all into the battle. I stood at my father's side as he faced the Imperials eye to eye over the tops of our shields. Okay, so the Sturgians were on the Vlandian Battanian side, and it was like any battle where our shields walls meet, thrust, and push. Okay, so they met with phalanxes, essentially. Struggling to stay on your feet, but you can't really describe it. Let's just say it's the kind of battle Sturgians usually win because of their infantry superiority, because of the way their faction plays army-wise. When the Imperials had enough of us, they broke and ran for the ramparts. There they drew darts and rocks and their cursed fire. We had to go up ladders one by one. Vadenslav was hit by a mace and went down. My father then went up, cleaving as he went, and rallied us and led us to victory. My father took the Imperial Dragon Banner from dead Nuritz's hands. It's a famous story, but then the little prince Ragnavad tried to claim it. Right. This was the Battanian leader, and we now have found out that it was the current king of Sturgia, Ragnavad, tried to claim it. My father broke it over his knee, which, who's his father? Because I know Ragnavad knows about it, and Ragnavad's the current leader of this faction, or at least, is he? Maybe. Over his knee, threw it at him, and told him to get his own toys to play with. Ha, it was a good day. It was a good day. If you want more information, there are two people you might try to speak to. Istania worked as a sort of unofficial spymaster for Nuritzes. She lives near Epokritia. Then there's Arzagos, who was his bodyguard. He's supposed to be near Marunanth, though I hear he's changed quite a bit since then. Thank you. Okay, so there's a matter of this dragon banner. I don't know what the hell the dragon banner... Well, the dragon banner was broke over his knee and thrown. And that was the dragon banner was the current emperor's... was the emperor's big banner that he stood behind and died, and the queen, who now rules over the empire, or at least I think it's the Southern Empire that she rules over. And then you have the faction of the guy that has been really like him, and he's like basically a war hero. And then there's the guy that wants the Senate to rule over everything, as opposed to the queen, who wants a person to wed her daughter to bring a new just ruler to the empire and unite the empire. Okay, we might do that a little later. I currently had my own agenda coming here. So... that. Now, what can I propose in turn? I would love to be able to open up this diplomacy thing. Because I can't do anything. No, I can't offer my own hand. Yeah, for the right sum, my sword is yours. Yeah, as long as the dinars keep coming, you'll see that I hold true. So, who's our enemies? Most of the damn world. Except for Vlandia, Azrai, and the Empire. You're a crazy bastard. I like you. I will assist you if this comes to blows. Okay, let's do this. Alright, stream's still going strong. How are the people in the chat? They're doing fine. But yeah, this is 300 men versus 200. Choose a formation to lead. Our plan is to attack with full force around our infantry. I will command our archers, if you would be so kind.
Yeah, archers! To me!
I will command our archers. God damn, this thick forest makes cavalry useless. Where are our archers, for fuck's sake? Okay, good. Use this fence as cover. We'll pull up alongside the army.
Everyone! With me!
Yeah, everyone that's under my command, like, pull back.
Soldiers!
Okay, so I do command all of my men. Oh no, it's saying that I only command the archers. Fuck. This is really awkward to command like this. One sec. Yeah, archers, use this fence.
Get moving!
And fire. And I'll alternatively tell you to volley.
Archers!
Hold.
Arrows! Arrows!
Loose.
Shoot at will!
Come on. I'm more of a command role right now, so I'm just worrying about that. Getting buried in 300 men is not my idea of fun right now.
Archers! Forward! Wheel!
Yeah, stand within the fence and aim that way. That way all their 45 fucking cavalry and shit won't matter. Stay behind in reserve. Okay. Yeah, no, that's fine. I'm doing it. I'm really sad that I skirmish behind ally center infantry. Got it. I know I'm taking orders from AI, but I mean it's roleplay. Stay behind in reserve. Take up positions at this house right now. Face this direction.
This way!
There's still 18 missile cavalry. God knows what he's doing with my men, but I've got his men as well. Charge. Will do.
Engage!
I'm doing it.
Yeah!
No, we won. Cool. Yeah, that's just a horse. Okay, good. Gained a lot of renown. Which one was I a part of? Jeez. Svendor and Riloth's party. Oh, we were the defender on that? How the hell were we the defender? Well, I guess because they were attacking. They were raiding our territory. We lost 11. Sturgeon Ufredar, some light cavalry, knight, a champion, a pardon brigand, and a caravan guard. Vlandian footman, looter, swordsman. I don't like what we lost, but hopefully this will be enough of a reward. Yeah, you're my prisoner now. Fuck you. Fucking forest people. Sturgeon Horse Raider. We'll take it. Veteran Bowman. That's pretty good. Hardened Brigand. Champion, which we lost 2 champions, I recall. Yeah, fuck taking on bandits right now. Tier 4. Then again, the Sea Raiders are some of the best infantry. So we'll take all of them. We'll take all of them. Take all of them. Lancers, yes. And we'll leave behind the Hunters. Now who do we ditch? Tier 4s. Throw aside that guy. We'll take the Brigands. Take the Soldier, the Warrior. Sea Raider Chief, we'll take him. Are we over our troop count? Yes, we are. As I can tell, a lot of militia don't go anywhere. Okay. And then we've got the loot afterwards, yeah. Iron Saber. A long saber. Actually, quite a few long sabers, to be frank. We'll keep the long saber. Iron Saber. Woodland Axe, Eastern Light Mace, Closet Lance. I did sell a lot of my lances. I'll keep. I did yeah, I smelted them, but I sold a lot of them too. Steppy Bow, you don't see many of those. Steppy Arrows, you don't see many of those. But yeah, 1,000 per. Eastern Thick Coat, I didn't even think about that, but yeah, we could get better armor from this. Yeah, ours is currently better than that. I had no problem getting mittens, but everything else was a freaking nightmare. But yeah, we'll take everything else, not to make that mistake again where we don't take everything and we miss out on a lot of the loot. We gain 9 influence from that, which we would be converted into dinars. Oh, and that's making sure that I can't gain influence simply by being in the army. Like a normal army would be like, yeah, you gain a lot, you gain 1 influence for just hanging out with us, and it's like, you're just hanging out with us because you want money, and it's like, there you go, point 12. So you have to be active as yourself, independent, in order to make money as a mercenary. But speaking of which, hello. Hi. You wanna be friends? Cause I wanna fucking murder you. Some of our men are waiting in the wings, wounded. That is quite the interesting thing, a Quasit Dark Hand, though. It's like a Dark Templar or some shit. Look at that. He's kidded. And meanwhile, some of our best are this man, those guys. Those are tier 5 at their highest level. Tier 6 are the Battanian Fian Infantry. Tier 5. Tier 6 is our Banner Knights. It seems to be a battle of ranks. Essentially, like whatever your best thing is your thing that goes the highest in tiers. Which fair, I mean, it is literally upgrading kit. A little bit of lag. Not looking forward to that. So what's he at? He's at 3.6, I'm at 5.1. Yeah, I can easily catch him. I just want to outnumber him a bit. Looks like we have some tracking as well. Very low tracking, but we've got it. And this is what I was talking about, where we basically slowly encroach on him. No way, he's not gonna make it back to this castle and just run, is he? I don't know, we're in reinforcement range of this castle. I don't like it. Oh wait, this isn't a friendly castle room. We're good. I'm always looking for, if you ask me, I suspect you'd be told I take good care of my men. That's grand and everything. But I have a matter to discuss with your face. But yeah, we are hurting. In terms of morale, and we are hurting in terms of we will lose these men shortly after. But this also means we will engage with 107 troops. Not 106, as a tar fan of SCP. This. Yes, we fight. Big surprise. We fight. We're enemies in a war.
Archers! Forward! Footmen! Yeah! Move! Infantry! Footmen! Forward! Move! Infantry! Onwards! Get moving! Forward! Onward! Forward! Move! 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 Arrows! Look that way! Soldiers! Footmen! Get moving! Face that way! Infantry! Infantry! Spread the field! Yeah!
We have more archers than they do.
Soldiers! Forward! Onward! Footmen! Forward!
They have more infantry than we do.
Move!
Which means we need to scrap better than they do.
Moving!
Will you fuck off? Okay. Need to enter the combat, it seems. Asshole.
Infantry! Forward! Infantry!
By manually controlling my men like this, I am losing very little. Those men are routing and not my concern. How the hell are the rest of these men? This asshole. Fucker. Fucker. I'll take you off that horse, you little bitch. There. Can't say I don't fight with my men.
Soldiers! Onwards! Infantry! All that way! Movement! Ready this way! Footmen! Face that way!
Yeah, look at us. And there's a Varin. Yeah. Look at us. Look at us. Yeah. We fought an army. That was only like, we were only 10 men ahead of them. And we barely lost anything through superior tactics. Our army of trained best men and fucking brigands. Nice. Who routed? Ah, these low tier men routed. None of our men routed, because I treat my men nicely. They know if they stand and fight, they'll win. Fuck you. Get in the fucking back of the bus. Kick you in the ass when we feel like it. Can't recruit many of your men. That horse archer will take, though. The lancers. Those tier 4 archers, we can recruit them. Your men will become mine. And like the undead, you'll lose because we just keep converting your men. Gone are my ways of purity, of fucking Rodok purity, and not converting soldiers to my cause. Gotta admit, cavalry are a little hard to come by because you have to supply their horses for them. So when they come with their own horse, it's pretty nice. Cause we'll go like that. I know we're one under what we need, what we can have, but I'm alright with not going over. Or anywhere near over. I'm over troop limit. How am I over troop limit? I haven't changed. Oh, yeah. That thing we did. Tier 4s. I wish you could sort them by tier. Well, we could do it right now. Tier 4s, tier 6s, tier 6s right here, tier 5, tier 5, tier 4, tier 5, tier 3, tier 5, tier 4, tier 4, tier 4. They can make these a little bit, like, different color, something to make them stand out from one another. Tier 4, tier 3, tier 3, tier 2, tier 3, tier 2, tier 6, tier... Where was I? Right here. Tier 3, tier 4. I'm sorry for this, I was avoiding doing this busy work because it's fucking boring. Tier 5. Tier 3. Tier 5. Tier 3. Tier 3. Tier 3. Tier 3. Tier 3. Tier 2. Tier 1 and tier 4 if I recall. Yeah, tier 4. There, we have sorted them all before this gets fucked up once again. We can't upgrade him, same way because disciplinarian. And who are we gonna toss? We need to lose specifically 99 plus 13, if I recall. So we've got 112, and we need 100. So we need to get rid of 10 men. Vlandian recruits are pretty decent, though. We can get rid of the Bushwhacker. Sturgeon Brigand. One, two, three, four, five, six, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, we're winning a lot because of our archer advantage. I don't want to ruin that. Over our prisoner limit, probably by... It's by 1, right? Yeah, 1. Tier 4s, tier 3s, tier 3s. So we need to get rid of... We have 56, we need 1. There. Now we got the goodies, Jesus. God, 5,000. I was gonna say, yeah, that's why I want to hold on to that. These round shields might be useful for something. Stubby bow. Closet light lance. I can't couch my... See, you can... Can't couch that? So you're just supposed to... It's a lance, but you can't couch it. The fuck? I can't couch mine. I know I can. I don't give a shit. I didn't couch it much when I could. I don't know what the hell that Mina, whatever the hell, is doing right now. She's just kind of hanging out at Unria and not helping the cause. There we go. Now, I do believe we have 2 men currently in the party that... Or at least we should have 2. Yeah, we have 2. We can sell these men. I could execute them as well. Actually, I want to look up what executing does, and real quick, if it does anything other than what it says it does. Okay, now to read a bit. Let's see here. Is getting in the way of and undermining your progress. Letting them go or ransoming them for gold will only result in them coming back later on. With a new army, then there is no other option. But it's not exactly pretty. To execute a captured lord or noble, go into the party tab, etc. Executing lords and nobles is highly frowned upon. You'll therefore lose some reputation and relationship with the prisoner's faction, and anyone allied with them will sour significantly. There doesn't seem to be much benefit to doing this aside from getting rid of a persistent threat. I wouldn't really recommend it when you can keep a noble prisoner instead. Which I don't care about the faction. Consequences differ based on who the player executes. If the executed lord is an honorable one, the player's honor rating will also decrease, and the player might be marked as dishonorable. If this player is marked as dishonorable, the other lords are more likely to execute the player. But permadeath isn't a thing in the campaign that I'm on. You can enable it, I didn't. The AI's lord personality, the player's honor rating, and the relationship between the two all affect this decision. Okay, so yeah, it is fairly straightforward except for the execution thing, that they'll execute you, or be more prone to if you execute a lord of theirs, but yeah, I'm just gonna sell them to the Imperials. Well, actually, if I go back and sell them to this, well, no, they'll buy them all the same. It's the same market, I assume. Actually, if I give the prisoner to... fuck it. Choose the prisoners. Now, tier 5s we can safely toss aside. Azure. Tier 5. Tier 5. Boshin. Tier 4, tier 3, tier 4, tier 4. Yeah, it's nothing personal, guys. I just need to pay the bills. And to pay the bills, I'm a fighter. And I'm now a commander as well. Now, how about you? Are you useful? We'll see what she can do. I could use someone skilled in trade. I'm not as well versed in trade. I'm well versed in leading men and fighting. Charm, leading men, fighting, currently. Is our party oversized because of her? Doesn't seem like it. Let's check her inventory. She's already got a horse of her own, at least. We could use her to set up a caravan. It would make her fairly useful in what her skills seem to be. I'm a little hard capped in tactics. Yeah, she's been getting her due diligence in terms of fighting, that's for damn sure. You are incredibly skilled in trading. I think we should immediately get you on a caravan. And we should get you on a caravan where our fiefs are. Possibly. We'll use this to go from here to here. That was a loading screen into a loading screen. Jesus. Okay. 15,000 of our 20k. Spend money to make money, after all. And she's got some good perks in trade. I mean, hell, we'll already be getting 25 dinars every time she touches a town, a settlement. Yeah, and she wouldn't do well with our group in the forefront of fighting anyway. Every villager party entering your town generates 10 gold income. What do I have you wielding that you're really skilled in two-handed? To not have you wielding two-handed is kind of a oversight on my part. Seem to be very skilled in it. My apologies. Well, it is my mistake not to have you wielding something two-handed, so I will give you something two-handed. It is rather difficult to get you something two-handed, though, to be fair. We'll have to consider it later. There, 8,000. But hey, we're back on the track we wanted to be. So let's check our income, actually. Total income, mercenary contract, plus 240. See, we're making good money there. Silversmith, hollow press, velvet weavery. The caravan just started, so I'm not too hurt by that. Yeah, she just started. We shouldn't. It's too quick to judge if it's profitable. Like the silversmith, I'm still hurt by. It's just too soon to judge on that. Anyways, we actually have either areas to raid or wars to fight. Cows. Iron ore, that's a good one. Fish. Grain. Problem with that location is it's right next to a castle. It's a little risky. And it's so secluded, but we could run up this way, so it's fine. If they come from both angles, we're a little screwed. We actually have a seaway that we could go here. That's 102, 103. Relation drop. Give me the loud ass noise that I hate. Feels like freaking somebody being like, "Oh, you did something bad. You did something bad. You did something bad." It's like, I don't care. I literally made the tactical decision to make something, do something bad.
Arrows! Get moving! Bowmen! Spread out! Footmen! Forward! Infantry! Forward!
How many are we working with? 35? Yeah, we should be able to out archer them. We should be fine. And they're coming across this freaking water. They're so screwed. I'm actually getting a little bit of benefit from the height of my character, just because I can aim over my men's heads. God damn, I still feel good with the crossbow. The adjustment in range is so much more accurate. I got to 27 crossbow skill off of that. Bring it in, guys. Come on. We did a good job. Even you cavalry. I know you guys didn't do anything, but we know we had to do it at that. I wasn't gonna submerge you guys. Get over here. Get in the mosh pit. Come on, guys. Oh, whatever. Oh god, it's one shot. Did a great job. 35 to their 25, their 20. I knew I could take them. We just needed to stand apart and we'd kill them all. Yes, yes. Relation, 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 relation. Gadong. 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 Yes, I pissed off a lot of people by doing this, but it doesn't matter because I don't care about these people. Or their opinions. Crossbow! Yeah! We're leveling up that much that we actually have our first skill point to assign. Or our first perk to get. And roguery is gained to 28. We should be getting some iron ore from this. There it is. Right, why go after the Ironmonger caravan when we can just get the iron right here? It is kind of funny, we're using, if I think about it, we're using our mercenary contract for an excuse to raid people without the punishment of raiding them. We can just sit there and go, oh, well, it was war times. Orders are orders, even though it's like, yeah, it more goes on the faction. Like, hey, you paid these people. They're supposed to vet who they're paying. Rather than, oh, yeah, we're not responsible. They're horrible people. It's like, no, you paid them, you ass. You paid them, and they did what they think you want them to do, or what they do. It's like, you know the Stagruk band of mercenaries, fucking raids villages and burns homes. You brought this upon us. You unleashed hell. You wanna go? You wanna go, motherfucker? Like, we've got some gear from you. By the way, how much iron did we get from that? We got 24 iron ore. And how's our roguery doing? We got 28. 28. We need 50. Which, yes, faster village raids rather than getting more from village raids is something I still agree with my decision on. Because we can raid more. He's got 5.2, I've got 3.6. Is that true? Well, no, I'm in the forest. Now, 5.1, 5.2. You've got to be a little clever about this. There we go. Yeah, that's real sad that you don't want to fight and that you so different generation. I don't care. Like, we're going to fight. We have the archer advantage, it looks like. Yes.
Archers! Move! Footmen! Get moving! Archers! Infantry! Arrows! Stand apart! Soldiers! Forward!
Depending on how quick their infantry advance, will adjust accordingly.
Bowmen! Footmen! Onward! Infantry! Spread the field!
Don't go loose. Loose will kill us all. Don't go loose. Loose line.
Shoulder
There
to
we go.
shoulder! Footmen! On them! Now! Forward! Yeah! Infantry! Soldiers!
Gotta keep an eye on his infantry. Mainly.
Footmen! Move! Footmen! Move! Infantry! Onward! Soldiers!
God damn. Pretty sure there's a singular archer. Oh, there he is.
Infantry! Move!
It's not infantry, it's cavalry. They're closing rather quickly, looks like. But yeah, I lost some health due to just getting shot.
Arrows! Look that way! Soldiers! Get moving! Forward! Footmen! Forward! Move! Form a steed! Footmen! Archers! Onwards! Infantry! Get moving! Forward! Move! Onwards! Get moving! Forward! Soldiers in charge!
Yeah, cavalry, do what you want. After that initial, like, getting them around the bend, they can do whatever the hell they want.
Infantry! Forward! Footmen! Wheel!
Yeah, they're just running around in circles at this point. Someone still has morale. Because we still haven't gotten the enemies fleeing yet. Won the battle.
Footmen! Forward! Ready this way!
Let's do that triangle we had before.
Archers! Right
Line.
away! Footmen! Move! Archers! Infantry! Move! Onward!
No, I can't get him to move. It's fine. That I actually want to get a picture of. Who we lose? A Sea Raider, a Berserker, a Sea Raid Warrior, one Banner Knight, that's sad. Caravan Guard, and one Knight. We probably lost to the higher up archers, mounted archers. Cavalry do not do as well as they do in these simulations. $56, we're over our limit, which we were topped out when we initially went into this fight. Uh, 86 plus 11. $97. Which minus 103. We can take on 6 men. 2, 3, 4. And all the loot. Nothing two-handed. That heavy saber, however, is worth saving. Okay, we're all good. Looks like it anyway. Yeah, we're all good. God damn, we're just tearing through them. I think I'll stop here for now. But yeah, our plan worked. We made peace with the Sturgians, and then we just went into mercenary service with them. Hope you enjoyed watching. Our flag right now is blue. It was green because we had it green, and then Battanians made it greener, and now it's blue because we're mercenaries. we're quite the mercenary band. I like it. Band of the Hawk, eat your heart out.